back. This is Duo Haptism.
And Ryoko Haptism.
And we just got out of seeing Deadpool. We're driving home right now from the movie theater. Literally got out.
Hands-free.
Yeah, hands-free. Yes, we're being safe while driving. But we're just going to talk about the movie. Do what we're going to be calling driving reviews when we go out and see movies that we enjoy and just talk about them a little bit afterwards. Gonna be definitely different, mostly audio. I'll be throwing in videos and stuff after we get home and when I upload this. So you're probably seeing some cool pictures right now. Not sure what I'm picking, but I'm sure you're seeing something. All right, so Deadpool.
Oh my god.
The Merc with the Mouth. Great movie.
It was a very good movie. Like, sometimes when you think, oh, there's a new movie about somebody that you know in the comics and you're nervous about it kind of thing, this one did not stumble anywhere. Like, it was pretty much all you would think he would be. I mean, I don't read the comics, but I knew enough of him
to get the general idea of it. Yeah, you can definitely tell this movie was made by people that loved the character. And Ryan Reynolds, I mean, I know he was one of the executive producers. He loves this character. He was amazing in this movie.
Duo was out for a minute because I needed some water, and the opening credits were hilarious. But it's hard to describe. You would have to actually see it.
Oh, definitely see this movie. We are going to be talking about spoilers. You don't want spoiled? Go see the movie and come back. I mean, we're not going to hold anything back while we're talking about this. We have about 45 minutes to get home, so we have a lot of time to talk.
Lots of time.
Yeah. One of the things I actually want to talk about is one of the trailers that played before the movie, Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice.
Good trailer.
So much better. So much better than all the other trailers we've seen.
But that's the thing. I think they just kind of wanted to see how just acknowledging the fact that Batman was going to be fighting Superman and see how that goes.
This trailer, we've seen Superman in this universe. We know his deal. We've seen what he does.
Yeah.
The beginning of the first couple seconds of this trailer, it shows us how this Batman works, what he does. An Alfred that is controlling the plane while he jumps off of it. I mean, this trailer is amazing. And did you think the same thing I did while watching that at the beginning? Is this Arkham Knight or the Arkham games?
No,
the fighting style is real similar.
Actually, what it looked like to me was because I've seen a couple episodes of these, the Gotham ones.
Okay.
What that universe would be.
Okay, the TV show Gotham.
Okay.
Yeah, I could definitely see that.
Those kids, Batman, everybody, Bruce and everybody, if that universe grew up, so to speak.
Okay.
That's what it would look like.
Yeah, it's much more down and gritty.
Because the Alfred is very much so like the one on Gotham, where it's he's actually involved, whereas he's always been portrayed as the butler, and that's it. It's never really been. I mean, in the comics,
he's been a big part of the Batman family as the father figure. For Bruce. Let's face it, a lot of people don't like this. I don't know why, but Alfred really is a second father to Bruce.
Of course.
And he's a big part of how he was trained and all that stuff. Absolutely, this one trailer makes me more excited for that movie than anything else. Yeah. I had to mention that because it's probably the next movie that we're going to be doing one of these driving reviews on. So, if you guys want us to do a review more like these, comment down below, like this video.
Oh, definitely.
Definitely, because we will, if you guys like these, we will do more. Alright, Deadpool the movie.
Oh.
We've seen Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool previously in Wolverine Origins.
Oh, the opening thing.
Uh-huh.
It was speaking of, and then because I think it's like in the opening credits, you know how they like do the such and such as this, like it's like one of those things, and it's just it was anything but a normal thing. I don't know if you saw it when you came back in.
Well, which thing?
You were looking.
I was looking at the screen what I could.
Because I'm trying to remember what it was. I wish I could just like vividly explain it, but I'm still kind of, because it's been 2 hours since I saw it. So.
Yeah.
But like, it started out with like a hot guy, and then it had a magazine with Ryan Reynolds on the front of the cover.
Oh, nice.
And then in one of the guy's wallets, it had a picture of him dressed up as Green Lantern.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but they were like making, and then pardon my French, but it said something like directed by Ass Hats or something like that.
That's right where I walked in.
Yeah. But it was a great start to, because that's what it started with, was
it laid the foundation of what we were expecting.
Yeah, definitely.
Just even from the beginning, I loved how the movie showed like quote unquote present day and then did the flashbacks in between.
Yeah, it
worked really well.
Yeah.
I mean, the pacing was really on point because it was very Deadpool too. The whole scene with the cab driver.
Oh my gosh.
And like, I really thought the cab driver was going to be a throwaway part. It's just this guy that you talked about and everything. Yeah. And then at the end where the cab driver shows up again and he's like, "What's in the trunk?" He goes, "That's so-and-so." He goes, "I did not tell him to do that. Great job." That was awesome. And let's Colossus. I mean, not Colossus. Yeah, Colossus.
Isn't that what it is?
Yeah, it's Colossus. My brain's... It's past midnight and we've been up all day, so...
Yeah.
He was amazing.
Yeah,
like, he had the Russian accent. He was huge. That's what Colossus is supposed to be. He's a Colossus. He's supposed to be huge. In the other movies, he's been the same size. He's a little bit bulky. No, he's huge.
I think he's actually bigger than he was in the 90s cartoon, too.
Yeah, he's what he is in the comic books. That's the size he is in the comic books. He's immense. I love the jokes where Deadpool actually went to the X Mansion and it's like, why are you only see these two? It's like we couldn't afford any of the other X-Men.
Yeah, the little fourth wall breaks were very, very funny and well.
Oh, they were so amazing. Did you catch whenever Colossus had handcuffed Deadpool and was dragging him along, and he goes, we're going to take you to see the professor. And Deadpool goes, McAvoy or Stewart? The two guys that played...
Oh, yeah. The actors.
Yeah, it's the two actors that have played Professor X. So it's like a really good reference. It's just such an amazing movie. I mean... And we already know that we're getting a sequel. The sequel was confirmed a couple of days before. And from everything we've read, I mean, it's already blowing up the box office. Our movie theater had at least one sold-out show, and the showing we were in was stuffed, and it was showing on 2 screens. Yeah. So, I mean, for an R comic book movie, it is doing amazing.
It's because that's the way Deadpool is supposed to be.
Exactly. I mean, it is literally the perfect Deadpool movie. I'm just so happy that they were actually able to do the movie they wanted. And it's all because of that leaked footage last year.
I know, right? Who'd have thought that little video?
Yeah, that little leaked footage. And that's how that movie started. The movie started with that.
Well, not that per se. It was a freeze frame of what happened after that.
Well, that cinematic was a good part of that opening sequence.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you could tell they just redid that leaked footage.
Cleaned it up or whatever.
They cleaned it up. They made it look a whole lot better. They made it so much funnier.
Oh, of course, because they could actually do stuff with it then.
Oh, I know. I mean, I am a little bit worried, and I've heard other people say this too. I'm worried what Fox is going to do with the sequel. They've confirmed that there's going to be a sequel. And the after credits sequel, yes, stay after the credits.
Yes.
So
all
many
the way
people
to the
still
end.
leave.
Half the theater was almost
Half the
gone.
theater left. Stay after the credits.
All the way to the end.
After the credits, Deadpool says the sequel's going to have Cable in it.
Yes.
Awesome. That really makes... That is going to be awesome. Cable and Deadpool, big part in the comics. Really great to be... I mean, you have another guy that's the all-serious, like Colossus was in this movie. And it's just going to be amazing. But I'm worried that Fox goes, this made this much money as an R movie. Just imagine what it would make as a PG-13, because PG-13s always make more money. And
I would imagine if it did that, it would turn into Ultimate Spider-Man. They did have Deadpool.
The Ultimate Spider-Man episode with Deadpool was funny.
Oh my gosh, it was hilarious.
But it wasn't this level. I mean, this is what comic book fans wanted out of a Deadpool movie.
Yeah, the episode with Deadpool in it was kind of... It was mild. Like, you basically got an idea of, okay, this is what he does. And it was just pretty much that.
But
and then they did their fourth wall mental sparring thing.
Yeah. I mean, it was funny. But Deadpool, I mean, in the Ultimate Spider-Man episode, he's not even allowed to say kill. I mean, and Deadpool, what we saw in this was Deadpool raw. I mean, just uncensored, everything that Deadpool is in the comics.
Unintended.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But, I mean, it's just the great storylines. I wonder if they're going to give his girlfriend her mutant abilities in the sequel. Because in the comics, she's Copycat.
Okay.
She's essentially Mystique, but unlike how Mystique can only look like other people, Copycat literally copies everything about them.
So you're saying like Mystique and Rogue put together?
Kind of, yeah. Where Copycat like literally can copy their mutant ability too.
Well, that's what I'm saying, Rogue.
Yeah,
Mystique.
but she doesn't need to touch them.
Okay.
She just can become them. And that whole scene where she was put in that container, the same way that what triggered Deadpool's mutation, I'm going, well, that's how they're going to explain her mutation in the sequel. She was in the same chamber, and she
still do the same thing. Yeah.
And her mutant cells triggered. I'm not entirely happy with that part of it, how it was like, ooh, there's solution or anything. Whereas in the comics, his healing factor is actually from Wolverine. It's just that they hyped it up so much that he can really heal from anything. He heals like 6 or 7 times faster than Wolverine does. Huh? Oh, the itty bitty hand. How Deadpool gets away from Colossus is by cutting off his own hand. Great reference to the 127 Hours movies. He goes, ever seen 127 Hours? Spoiler, and he cuts off his own hand. And then it shows it like slowly regrowing through the next couple scenes. And like where he like just reaches up and like touches Blind Al. And she goes, am I going crazy or is your hand really small? Oh my word.
It was like a baby hand.
It was a baby hand. And I love how he goes, I'm waiting till this hand goes through puberty so that I can get back to. But, it was such a great movie. I can't just say how much, if you're a Deadpool fan, a comic book fan, this is what you wanted to see. Yeah. It's everything that was just amazing.
Even if you know just enough about Deadpool to kind of understand where he's going, he kind of explains himself within the movie.
Oh, definitely.
The fourth wall stuff. I mean, I think it's more, even though it was like, he even made mention about how the X-Men have their origin stories and and all the other stuff, and then I'm thinking, well, this is pretty much his origin story, even though it's a progressive timeline.
Yeah, it's really
within
telling
the
you.
origin, like, so you basically get all of it all together.
And ironically, you were saying about the Gotham TV show,
Yeah.
Morena Baccarin, who plays his girlfriend,
Oh,
is on Gotham.
I thought she was.
Yeah, she's actually in the show Gotham as Leslie Tompkins.
I don't remember.
Leslie Tompkins, trusted advisor of Batman, basically his personal physician for the longest time.
I don't think I got that far in the series.
I don't think you have either. Right now, she's dating Gordon.
Yeah, I didn't get it far.
Yeah. Yeah, you got a lot to catch up on Gotham. But, I mean,
Yeah.
great show, definitely.
Yes.
But we're talking about Deadpool.
Yes.
But, I mean...
Back to Marvel, I guess.
Yeah, back to Marvel. It's just amazing how great this movie is, and just... I know I'm just saying it's how great it is and going over and over and not really talking much about the actual movie, but I'm just blown away by it. It's everything I wanted out of a Deadpool movie.
I'm so glad they decided they kept the R. Because I don't think they could have done all that.
No, I
It
mean...
wouldn't have been as good as PG-13.
It definitely would not have been. I mean, there's a lot of scenes in there that just would not have been in there if it would have been PG-13.
Yeah.
I think it's safe to say that their quote-unquote love story it would not have been in there.
Yeah.
Okay, during the quote-unquote Thanksgiving fun fest, I'll say, how much were you expecting the camera to pan up and there'd be people around?
No.
I was just thinking that.
No.
I was just planning, seeing, that's just what I was going, it would be seem right.
They wouldn't be the type of people to have everybody around.
Yeah, they
They
would.
both have hard lives. And
But yeah, I loved how like their whole big thing was going back and forth and saying about whose life
who's
sucked worse. But
That
I
was
mean,
good.
oh, her removing the mask at the end.
Oh my
Was
God.
not expecting that. Was not expecting
So
that. Where like she takes off the mask and like he has another mask over top underneath
Like
it.
a piece of paper.
It was like a paper mask, and like it turned like you see the camera from the other ways, and it's Hugh Jackman's face stapled to his face.
Two staples.
Yeah, two staples. It's like it actually shows her removing the staples from his face.
That was the best part.
Oh, it was so funny. Oh, Deadpool fighting Colossus, where he punches him and his hand is like all broken and everything, and then he punches him in the crotch and is like, "Oh, I pity your wife." And
then he said something. When he broke both of his wrists, he said something about being a T-Rex.
oh yeah, the T-Rex thing, and then he tries to kick him and his like leg just like snaps and he's just like ah. Oh, that was so funny. It's just you can tell the creators and everyone behind this movie loved the character.
Oh, definitely. And I think because Ryan Reynolds had a hand in
Yes.
helping with it, so
Yeah, he was an executive producer. He was one of the writers on the script. I mean, he had a huge part in this movie.
yeah, I don't think that for the second Deadpool movie, I don't think it's gonna be as scary, like bad, because I don't think he'll let it become that.
Yeah, and Ryan Reynolds has literally said he wants to play Deadpool till he's dead. I'm all for it. Let him play it. Just let him go. Let him play the character.
Definitely.
Because he is like a perfect match for it. Like that one issue of Deadpool I forget what issue number it is anymore. Where where somebody asks him, he goes, "Well, what do you look like under there?" He goes, "Ryan Reynolds," and then something else. So it's like it was kind of meant to be.
Yeah,
it really was. Easter eggs that we saw or noticed.
Oh, can we talk about the end scene or?
Yeah, I already said about it because he said about
Ferris
Bueller reference, which is another big fourth wall breaking movie too. Because Ferris Bueller talks to the camera a lot.
I think it was one of the first. I think.
Yeah, I would really think so. Yeah,
in a film.
It's probably one of the most famous early fourth wall breaking movies.
But it was funny because he's in the hallway, he comes out, and he's in a robe with his mask on.
It's exactly the same as the original Ferris Bueller after credits scene.
And he's all like, "You're still here? It's over. Go home." And then he went away, and then he'd come back, and then that's when he was talking about
the cable's gonna be in it, but they haven't cast anyone yet.
But I thought it was funny.
Oh, it was hilarious.
And the fourth wall.
Oh yeah, I'm breaking the fourth wall, and breaking the fourth wall. That's like 16 walls. I know one Easter egg that I'm pretty sure you did not get. Remember during the big fight where he stops and talking to that one guy? The guy's name was Bob. He's like, "Hey, how you doing?" All that stuff.
Yeah.
What that's actually a reference to is in the comics. His sidekick is Bob, the Hydra agent. So that's obviously a reference to.
Okay.
Where it's technically a enemy, but he's Deadpool's sidekick. And it was just so funny. Every time I think of Bob, the Hydra agent, I always think of the one comic where you can probably find the comic strip somewhere online. It's Bob and Deadpool and another guy flying in a ship and everything, and someone makes a comment about Jar Jar Binks wasn't that bad, and Deadpool shoots the guy in the head, and he looks at Bob, and Bob goes, "Jar Jar's like the worst." But yeah, I mean, it's just there's so many that I'm just trying to think of specific Easter eggs that we haven't mentioned before. There was the Stewart or McAvoy reference. There's just so many references. If you haven't seen the movie yet and you're still here, don't blame us. I mean, we told you. It's an amazing movie. If you've seen it once, go see it again. This movie needs a lot of people to go watch it to show that a R-rated comic book movie can make a lot of money and can actually be in the running. I would love to see this be the #1 movie this weekend.
I wouldn't be surprised if it is.
Valentine's Day weekend, the #1 movie is a R-rated comic book movie.
Yay,
it would be awesome.
Nerds.
Yes, for nerds. Alright. So, final thoughts on the movie.
It's awesome. Definitely a must-see.
Must get it on Blu-ray whenever it comes out? Yes. Are we going to do star ratings or thumbs up, thumbs down? What are we going to do for ratings?
I don't know. Go see it.
Go see it. Definitely. That's our rating. Go see it. All right. This is the 16-Bit Couple. Have a great day.
Bye-bye.